Hi, welcome to SBR Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. This is our daily MLB pitching preview show. Our calling guest right now is Troy West from AllPlaysWin.com, longtime successful guest handicapper in SBR Videos. Right now we're looking at the card for Wednesday, July 8th. Troy West, how are things going at baseball right now for you at AllPlaysWin.com?
On fire, Pete. Two words,
Really?
on fire. Really just following the teams, who's hot, who's not. Very, very selective at allplayswin.com when it comes to baseball season. So if you're one of those guys that likes to play 4 or 5 games a day, you're not going to get that with us, but you're going to get selectiveness and a lot of winners. And Pete, I keep a little bit of a track record of how we've been doing. I feel like we're giving out some pretty dang solid advice. I hope people are profiting off of that as well. And let's just hopefully have continued success, and come take a look at allplayswin.com. We're doing great things, and football's right around the corner as well.
Yeah, I guess that is the way you want to do it with baseball. Just like, don't try to overthink things. Go for the obvious value when they pop up a few times a day, maybe just once a day. And maybe on Wednesday, one of those opportunities is fading John Danks again, right? Toronto crushes lefties. John Danks, one of the worst lefties in the majors right now, maybe the worst lefty. Is this just a no-brainer play on Toronto? And then Drew Hutchison on the other side actually has a very bad home road split, so he's been very hittable on the road. How do you play this? Do you take Toronto team total over? Do you take the over in the game? Do we bet Toronto here? What would your recommendation be?
Yeah, I would go very strong lean on Toronto, and like you said, Pete, also the over in case the White Sox do get some runs in that game. If they do end up getting some runs, you got to think it's going to be an over. I think your safe bet is to play them both, 2-0 potentially, maybe even a split, but I think Toronto's a good bet. It's a team right now that's hitting as good as anybody in baseball. Very, very consistent. And Drew Hutchison, he does have potential to bring it every once in a while. He's not consistent, like you said, on the road. Can be vulnerable. But I think the over is a good bet as well as the Blue Jays here.
All right. I mean, Danks did throw 7 shutout innings in his last start. Kind of surprising to me. I just expect him to get crushed every time out. But that was just an anomalous result, and he's probably going to get hit hard here, right?
I think so, yeah. I think Danks going up against the better lineup. Can he do it back-to-back? Puts a little bit more pressure on him going against this type of lineup. Every pitch has got to be damn near perfect, and I think that's why a lot of teams are really starting to struggle against Toronto. They know that they got to bring their absolute A game. It adds that extra pressure, puts a guy like Danks in a tough spot.
All right, and then let's move on to the Clayton Kershaw start. You know, like you said, you want to be selective in baseball and only take the obvious value, so maybe this is a pass. How huge is this line going to be? And, you know, as well as Kershaw has pitched, the Dodgers have lost his last 4 starts in a row. They're just 8-9 in his starts on the year. So even if the Dodgers were even money in every Clayton Kershaw start, you'd still be down on the year overall. I mean, Philadelphia is awful. Adam Morgan on the other side is a rookie with some potential, though, with some talent. What's you taking this matchup? Pass?
Yeah, it's got to be a pass, Pete. If you look at the series, you look at even tonight, Anderson minus 300, yeah. Minus 300 against the Phillies. And the Phillies got Billingsley going, you know, obviously not a great arm, but respectable. Tomorrow, do I think the Dodgers will win? Yes. Would I maybe take a shot with the run line? Yes. I do think that the Dodgers are going to have a little bit of true motivation. Kershaw obviously snubbed for the All-Star game. Maybe not snubbed, hasn't had a great season, but historically he's been an outstanding pitcher, a second-year-out candidate. I think he's going to be with a little bit of motivation, having that little chip on his shoulder by not making the All-Star game. I look for him to have a great outing, hopefully maybe the under or Dodgers run line, but in terms of Dodgers minus 300, there's no value there.
All right, and then what's your take on CC Sabathia? You know, at times he has been one of these guys who, you know, has been a guy that you wanted to fade, one of these, you know, opportunities for spot value, usually betting against him. He's been struggling all year, but now, you know, the Yanks are giving him some extra rest to see if that helps. He's supposedly going to be tinkering with his mechanics. He's going to be at home against the Yankees. Scott Kazmir coming off a great start, but he's been a lot worse on the road himself. He has bad home road splits, so the Yankees might hit Kazmir. I guess the question is, what do we expect to get from Sabathia? If we expect that the rest won't help him at all, maybe we take a shot with the over. If we think that it will help him, maybe we like the Yankees here. It's an interesting situation. Is this another pass for you, Troy, or do you think there might be betting value one way or another?
I think there could be betting value with the Yankees. If you look at Oakland, one of the worst teams in baseball against left-handed pitching, Sabathia did get a win there within the last couple of weeks in Oakland, so he has had some success against Oakland. Like I said, Oakland struggles on the road. They struggle against left-handed pitching. Kazmir sometimes gets a little bit overvalued. His lines could be a little bit low. So if you get that Yankee in that minus 120 to 140 range, could be worth a small bet. I think the Yankees could have some value. Haven't been playing well, but coming home against a team that struggles against It's a good spot here for Sabathia.
All right, so you expect to help the rest then to help Sabathia?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think the Yankees, the rest could potentially help a guy to understand this is a guy really starting to hit that age point, Pete, where the guy could use an extra day of rest, could benefit quite a bit. He's not a guy that needs short rest. An extra day is only going to help a guy like, I call him Fat Bat. The long rest is only going to help a guy like Fat Bat. I think it's a good bet to go with the Yankees here.
And then Matt Harrison returns for Texas, and he was having back issues. He did not do well in his minor league rehab starts. They're bringing him up anyway. Arizona's on the other side. You know, do they have the most fearsome lineup? No, but they certainly have a capable major league lineup who can hit a pitcher who's not ready to be back. And then Jeremy Hellickson, I'm thinking he might get hit as well. You know, here on the road against Texas, a big hitter-friendly park. You know, with the DH added, Hellickson, he hasn't done too well this year in general, and you know, I think he might be hittable in this start as well. Do you think both these guys get hit? Maybe we have a good opportunity for an over?
I do. I saw this one at 9.5. I think an over could be a great bet here. Two very capable lineups, two very mediocre pitchers. Helton, we know, hasn't had a lot of success in the American League when he was with Tampa Bay. He really struggled. I think it's a good bet here. Pete Harrison could be on a short leash pitch count wise. It's a good bet to go over. Both these lineups, I think, very capable of getting in. Definitely makes it an overplay circle. There's a very strong lead right now to go over.
It's a very interesting card on Wednesday. Jake Peavy makes another start. This guy Dan Straley, who's been getting hit in the minor leagues, he's making a start against Cleveland. Cleveland's better against righties, and I think that that might be a spot to bet on Cleveland. That's all I wanted to get to specifically for the rest of the card. Wednesday, July 8th. What would you like to point out to us, Troy West? Possible betting value for Wednesday.
I've been really leaning strongly on the Angels as of late. Mm-hmm. That's some advice I gave destroyed the Texas Rangers, and that was some very strong plays at our website, allplayswin.com. We're not only overs, but we're on the Angels. So now coming back, Pete, look, I think this Angel team is really catching fire. Hitters ballpark. I'm leaning more on the Angels than I am the overs. I think that if you look at the pitching edges tonight, we have a strong play on the Angels at allplayswin.com. Great pitching matchup, and in this game, Matt Schumacher going against Russin. I think Schumacher, again, a really strong, much better lineup. I think the Angels get it done. I think they're going to love hitting in this ballpark. They loved hitting in Texas. They're going to love Colorado even more. Look for the Angels to stay hot and at least take 2 out of 3 in this series.
I've been thinking that way myself. Troy West. All right. Thanks so much, Troy.